Question from Eileen. Why, oh why, would anyone want to use screen real estate for tag clouds? Help me understand.
Oh, Eileen.
I just like the why, oh why.
Oh, Eileen. Why, oh, why not? So when people come here, they may not necessarily know what I'm all about, okay? And so somebody lands here. Let's say, for instance, that somebody found me through my YouTube channel where I was talking about my health journey, okay? And they see a link to justinseeley.com, and they come to justinseeley.com. They can immediately look to the left over there, and they can see, okay, there's some stuff, providing they know what these are, okay? Some people aren't going to know what these are. But other people can come here and they can say, oh, Justin talks a lot about photography, or Justin talks a lot about Photoshop, or he does a lot of tips and tricks and processing and what have you. And they can come and they can click on these. And here's the best part about a WordPress blog. If you click on something like how to, automatically you're going to get every post I've ever tagged, with how to. And so you can read, each one of those. It's just another navigational way, another way to add a navigational element to your site. And I find them to be kind of cool looking myself.
Sorry, I'm busy doing social media.
Oh, that's okay.
Here. Don't mind me. Okay, M. Touche would like to know if you have any suggestions for branding two separate identities, or do I have a difficult decision to make? And then Sergio Toff would also like to know if you have any suggestions about using two languages.
I don't have any necessary advice about two languages because I only speak the one. And I've never had to deal with a multilingual site or brand. So unfortunately, I don't have anything to really add to that. To the other point, if you have to brand two identities, I'm assuming that you mean yourself. You have two identities, like you either do one thing and another thing or whatever. You do sort of have, I would say, kind of a daunting task ahead of you because it's going to be kind of hard. If you're the only one running it, it's going to be kind of hard, managing both. Lucky for me, I've been able to kind of mold myself into a multifaceted single brand, so I don't have to have a multiple brand type thing. But my suggestion would be to take it one at a time. Focus on the one that you think might be the most important for now and get that one going, or maybe even the one that's lagging behind at the moment. Go for that one first, and then get that one up to speed, and then you can worry about the second one. And you'll learn a lot along the way from the first one that'll help you in the second one.
A question on Twitter from Ruby Marie Photo. What do you think about using Wix or Google Profiles as your website?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it necessarily. If that's something that you're into, or that you think is good enough for you, that's totally fine. I get it. As long as you're at the party, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. But if you're at home sitting by the wall waiting for your date to call, I have a severe problem with that. Okay, so as long as you're at the party, I'm okay with it. But I would advise you to eventually venture out onto the dance floor and start hanging with the cool children. All right, that's my little spiel.
More questions?
Yeah, you can take a couple more. Yeah, and then I got one more thing.
Okay. Martin Walter said, what about Flickr? Haven't heard anything about that yet.
Yeah, we haven't talked a lot about Flickr, and I think the reason we haven't talked about Flickr is because of the fact that Flickr, in my mind, missed a severe opportunity in the social realm. There's a social layer to Flickr, but it's not as social as some of these other ones are. And we were talking this morning about how Flickr is a place to go get hugs. And so, 500 pixels, on the other hand, you can actually get some serious critiques of your work and things like that. I see nothing wrong with Flickr. I don't personally use it myself, but I haven't been in the photography game for quite a while. I understand there's a lot of people that use it and have been for years. Lucky for you, there's a lot of services and a lot of WordPress plugins, a lot of theme integration for other CMSs that utilize Flickr galleries and stuff like that. And so it's out there, just because I didn't talk about it here today. And that's for all networks, because I know there's a lot of specific questions coming in about certain networks. Just because I didn't talk about it here today does not mean that it's not a viable solution for you. Okay, this is what works for me. So that I should have prefaced that a little bit better, I think.